Hey boss ladies, welcome back. So I'm here going to be showing you guys how I go ahead and pluck this curly hair frontal. It requires so much more work than straight hair in my opinion, but first things first, you're just going to pin your hair down to your wig head, whatever you're using, a stand. You want to make sure that the wig is just sturdy. And so right here you see me just wetting the entirety of the frontal because I want to be able to brush it down. When you're dealing with curly hair, since it's so big, you want it to be kind of flat when you're plucking, and so just wetting it with a spray bottle and brushing it down, as you can see I'm doing with a paddle brush, is going to help it out. And don't worry about disrupting the curls, because later on after plucking you just can wet it some more and use some wrap me setting mousse or foam to bring the curls right back. Here I am separating the hair from the frontal in the front because this hair is big and I want to just focus on the front, and I'm just gonna put the back in a ponytail holder in order to just focus on the frontal area. And I'm going pretty quickly because in real time this actually took me about 40 minutes or maybe like 50 minutes, and so I didn't want obviously to show you guys a 50-minute long video, but I got my handy dandy tweezers. Make sure your tweezers are nice and sharp. Dull tweezers are not gonna do what you need to do, and I'm just gonna start section by section. And right here you see me, I'm plucking at an angle and I'm plucking behind the hairline and not directly on it. And so the reason that you want to pluck behind the hairline and not directly on it is because you don't want it to be bald. You don't want to be bald, boo. And so I just do a little section through each and I continue plucking each section, because another thing about curly hair is the frontals are typically fairly dense, and so you don't want to just pluck the front to give you like scalp vibes. You also have to pluck throughout the frontal in order to bring down some of the density. So right here you see me plucking behind because right here I'm trying to perfect the hairline. It was pre-plucked, so I didn't do much right in this area, but you're gonna see me go behind right here. I'm making that part and I'm just plucking some additional hair to kind of get rid of some of that density, try to like thin out the frontal a little bit so that it can lay flat on my client's hair. In my next video I'll be showing you guys how I go ahead and I install this wig, so you guys want to make sure you tune into that. So I'm moving on to the next section, and it's a pretty repetitive process. This is nothing like super confusing, and you want to pluck to your liking. I know my client for this curly hair would have preferred it to be on the like bigger end, and so I didn't want it to be super thin, but I also knew that if we installed it and there still needed to be customizations, we can always go and pluck more, but you can't put hair back. And so you always want to go with plucking less, in my opinion, first before plucking more, because you can't put the strands back in like I said, but you can always take more out. And so throughout the process, you know, be fair with how much you are taking out, but also don't do too much and then end up having a bald ass frontal, because that's not cute. I ain't even gonna lie to you, girl, it ain't cute. And so right here you see me, I'm going through this part. So this is a 13x4 frontal, and so this area is deeper than the sides, and so I go deeper into the frontal to ensure that I'm really getting in it, like I'm getting all the way in it to pluck that thing, to make it less thick, a little less full, so it can actually lay flat down on her head. Yeah, you feel me? That makes sense. And I do have videos up on how I install a wig if you want to see it prior to my next install video, and I'll definitely link those install videos up below. If you're watching this and you're like, ooh, I want to see how she installs the wig, like, you could wait for next week's video, but you could also watch another one, period. You not gotta, you know, hype myself up. All right, so I'm continuing the plucking process, y'all. You know, plucking doesn't have to be a really difficult thing. The main importance is taking your time and really just going throughout the entirety of the frontal, to get all the areas that you want to get, to really bring it to your own desire. Also, you guys see that I continuously wet this frontal because curly hair is a little harder to work with. If you don't keep the hair wet, it will make the hair get really frizzy and really tangled. So wetting it also allows me to run my fingers through the hair, so when I'm done plucking it, it's easy for me to take out those strands that are coming out, as you see I'm doing right here. See me? Right now I'm pulling out the strands, and it's easy because I already wet the hair. You know, some more plucking is happening. And we're almost to the end of this video. I hope you guys thought that this was pretty comprehensive and understanding. I know it was pretty quick, but if you guys want a more detailed version, just let me know in the comment section, and I'll definitely like make a more detailed plucking video. I just wanted to show you all how I go about doing this. So here you guys can see the like final result, and I think it looks really good as I'm brushing it up. Like, I just know that this install is going to be so bomb. In the middle area, I feel like I wanted to pluck it some more, but I was like, let me install it first before taking out more, as I said. And so I'm just going to show you guys the final result, and this will be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.